So Mark, we met a while ago on a boat trip and had some time together. And what I have appreciated about you since I've known you is the reality that you are a father, you're a husband, you're a leader, you're an innovator, you're a troubleshooter, not troublemaker, and you actually try to fix things because you care about things that are injustice. And I love your heart in regards to that. But I would love to vote for you, Mark, not because I think you have a great law degree or not because you're the most intelligent person in the world, because those things are true. But what I love about you is the fact of that when you look at people and you look into their eyes and they see your eyes, they know that you're genuine, you're authentic, and that you're trustworthy. And so for me, I would my highest compliment that I could give to you is that I would have my kids come to you, and in fact some of my kids have, into your law firm to get counsel. Well, when you're willing to trust your kids, you're really willing to trust that person. So there's three things that are very important from our world. We want people to be healthy physically, in their body. We want their soul, how they think, their emotions, perspective on life. And we want them to have a good idea as to who they are. How do they think? What's their purpose, their value in life? And so I wanted to invite you, if you would, to speak to these three issues. There's a leadership void in our community. And a part of that leadership void is the fact that we don't have 70% of the kids that I deal with don't have dads. They don't come from good families. I'm sure that a lot that you get in your practice is that, but you're going to get a lot of that as judge, you know. And so how would you speak to the lack of the leadership void, and also the fact of that maybe there needs to be some strengthening of an individual so that we can actually have a healthy families that actually will create healthy community? What is your perspective on those things?
Obviously, I'm going to be having a number of people come before me. Hopefully not a lot of young people, but that will happen. And I found from my experiences that if you just take the time and treat each case on a case-by-case basis, get to know the person you're dealing with, get to know a little bit about the family, get to know a little bit about what is going on in that person's life, I think you get a better perspective as to how you can handle the situation, and hopefully you can be helpful. And I think that's a key component to being a good judge, is trying to make a decision that has an impact, a positive impact, not just fine someone or send someone to jail, but try to have an impact on their lives. Can't happen in every case,
right?
But hopefully it can in many of the cases that come before me, whether it's a criminal case or a civil case. I think when people are in a small town environment, what I think people really want is they want to have a good police department. They want to have a good fire department. They want to have good roads. They want to make sure that their taxes are paying for things that are making the community a better place to live.
The services that they need. So.
And I think they want to have a good justice department. And they want to know that they can rely on a judge to make good, solid, sound decisions, to be a part of the community and to be part of that town environment that makes it what it is. That's one of the reasons why I think the town of Weiermiller is a great place to live. Great police force, great fire department, a lot of good people who live in the town, great neighborhoods. I think I can be a part of that, and I want to be part of that.
What I love about who you are, Mark, is the fact that you are dependable. You are trustworthy. I feel like what you actually just said earlier is that you'll take it on a case-by-case basis. And what I've noticed about you in social networks and also in professional networks is that you understand that there are problems that are evident that you can see visibly. But what I love about your concept, even with what you've done with people with bankruptcy and stuff, is you look to what's the root of the problem, so we don't have to keep addressing the symptoms of the problem by taking care of the thing that's actually causing the symptoms. And so I think that's going to serve you well and serve our community well, because what you'll do is you'll come up with strategies that actually help them, the whole person, not just the fact that a fine's going to be put on them or that they're put in prison, but let's fix the problem so we don't have them back in our courtroom again.
And that's what happens in my office all the time. I consultations free. I don't charge for a consultation. So people will come into the office and typically start out the conversation, what can I do for you, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
And ultimately, we wind up talking about what's going on in their life.
Right.
Might not have anything to do with a legal issue,
right.
Whether it's an issue with a real estate transaction or a bankruptcy matter or a matter with an accident or a criminal matter.
Who's your favorite sports team?
Yeah, we start. Well, I've got baseball cards and pictures of my kids, and all over the place, and a lot of it revolves around sports. Mm-hmm. But I get to know them; they get to know me, and I think that's important. I think it gives them a comfort level. I always tell people I don't plan to set money aside to pay a doctor if I get hurt.
Yeah.
And people don't set aside money to have to pay an attorney.
Right.
So I understand that it's not a priority, but it's necessary.
Yeah.
And so I'm there to provide a service, and it's more than just analyzing the legal situation.
Yeah.
It's trying to deal with many times a much bigger problem.
Right.
And that's what I enjoy about it.
And that's what we love about you. So I'm voting for Mark. We're voting for Mark. We want to invite you to vote for Mark, for my community, for all of us in that which is involved with Journey Center, and for iMatter and all of us. We want to invite you to get to know Mark much better, because if you get to know him, you'll want him as your town justice. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
Appreciate the time.
Thank you. That was good. Thanks.